Hi everyone, it's Kelly at Unisys, and today I want to talk a little bit more about the counselling process. So, different clients have different needs. Some clients just come in and they're desperate to share their stuff, and they will just talk and talk and talk and talk, and the counsellor can't get a word in edgeways, and that's fine because that's what the client needs, and it's person-centered, which means it's led by the client. Other clients come in and they might be slow to open up. Some people say that they're coming for one reason when actually there's something else, and they won't disclose that until a good few sessions in, and they might leave it till the very last minute in the session, so it can't be dealt with. So they'll like drop a bomb before they go, and that is something that we get used to as counsellors. Some people it takes them longer, so they might disclose something like I don't know, child sexual abuse. So it happened like in their childhood, they're now an adult, and then like they come and share that maybe for the first time. We've had people who have years ago, when unmarried mothers were forced to give up their children for adoption. We've had clients who've disclosed that before, and they've never spoken about it before. So it's a really privileged position to be in the counselling role, because you build up such a rapport and such a trust with the client that they feel safe enough to share something that they've never shared before. So one of the ways that counsellors, one of the tools that counsellors learn in order to do that are the core conditions, which is an approach to counselling which was coined by Carl Rogers. And he never actually used the term core conditions, but that's what they're known as. So the first core condition is empathy, where the counsellor tries to understand the thoughts and feelings as the client experiences them. And different people, they might have gone through the same thing, but they'll have a different perspective on it because they've got different life experiences. So it's trying to really hone in on what the client is saying about the situation and how it's affected them, rather than putting their own spin on what they think that the client would feel in that situation. Another core condition is congruence. It's about the counsellor being genuine and real, so they're not pretending that like the that everything is a certain way. They're feeding back what they're experiencing when the client is sharing what they're saying. So it could be that the client is talking, and the counsellor starts feeling angry, and that can be as a result of transference. Sorry. So the counsellor might say, "Oh, I'm feeling really angry when you say that," and then the client then realizes that they are also feeling angry. That is what they're feeling when they're sharing that, but they hadn't got in touch with that emotion as it was being as they were experiencing it. They were denying, because anger is seen as a negative emotion. So yeah, that's one example of congruence. The third core condition is unconditional positive regard. Now, this could be challenging if the client discloses something about themselves that the counsellor has a strong value or opinion about. But the counsellor's role is not to be judgmental, and to, even if they don't like the behaviour of the client, not to think negatively of the client regardless of the behaviour. So it's about like separating the behaviour from the client, because it's so important that the counsellor is able to do that, because if they're not, then the client's not going to be able to open up and the process won't work. So that's why when we are supporting counsellors here, and we do an induction, and I always ask, is there anything that you just don't feel like you could work with? And I always say to the counsellors, if anything comes up that you don't feel you can work with, either because you haven't got the skill set or because it goes against your values, then you must tell me, because that's not good for the counsellor and it's not good for the client. And it's really important to get a good fit. And that's one of the benefits of coming to counselling with Unisys, because we have more than one counsellor. It's not one person doing the counselling. We have numerous counsellors, and we can match the client with someone else if it just doesn't fit, whether it's because there's a value clash or because it's just a personality thing, and that counsellor and client aren't gelling very well. It happens, people have personalities, and it does happen, and we are able to match the client with someone else. So if you would like to share some of the things that have happened in your life, maybe they're deep from childhood, or maybe it's just helping you to cope with anxiety or depression right now. It doesn't have to be something from the past. It could be something that's happening to you now. You are more than welcome to book an appointment. The first appointment is free and it's with me. There's no obligation to go on and have counselling sessions, but you can explore what we offer and how we do things, and then decide whether it's right for you. And I will match you with a counsellor who's available at the same times that you are, and who I think you will gel with. I'm going to put a booking link in the comments. If you're watching on Instagram, the booking link will be in the bio. And if you've got any questions, please message me.